After advertising its chatbot Bard inaccurately, Google's parent company saw a drop of over $100 billion in market value on Wednesday. Compared to Microsoft's ChatGPT challenge, analysts said the lack of specificity in Google's AI search event was a major factor. Today's video is about Google's share loss of $100 billion due to the AI failure. Before we discuss this in detail, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai recently unveiled the Bard AI chatbot to compete with Google's popular ChatGPT. Google published an ad on Twitter to promote its AI technology. Unfortunately, the commercial depicted Bard providing an inaccurate response to a query, which led to a 7% drop in Alphabet's share price and a $100 billion loss in market value. To spread the word about its brand new artificial intelligence chatbot, Bard, Google had recently published an ad on Twitter. In the commercial, the robot discussed the findings of the James Webb Space Telescope in response to a question. Bard was advertised as a launchpad for curiosity and a search tool to help simplify complex topics in a tweet that went viral this week. An accompanying GIF prompts Bard with the question, "What discoveries from the James Webb Space Telescope can I tell my 9-year-old about?" The chatbot responds with a few bullet points, including the claims that the telescope took the first pictures of exoplanets, or planets outside Earth's solar system. These discoveries can spark a child's imagination about the infinite wonders of the universe, Bard says. But exoplanets weren't found by the James Webb Telescope. NASA confirms that the first images of the unique astronomical objects were captured in 2004 by the Large Telescope at the European Southern Observatory. A number of astronomers, including Chris Harrison, a fellow at Newcastle University, quickly called out the mistake on Twitter, with Harrison raising questions about Google's fact-checking procedures. Investors were hoping for more details from Google about how AI would be used in the company's products, so their disappointment was understandable. Since the mistake, Alphabet's stock price has dropped by over 7%, wiping out $100 billion in market value. Google search head Prabhakar Raghavan was in Paris on Wednesday for a live stream event where he demonstrated some of the latest features of the company's artificial intelligence chatbot, Bard. To counter OpenAI's ChatGPT, Google developed Bard. Microsoft's announcement that OpenAI's GPT technology would be incorporated into Bing preceded the presentation by a day. Raghavan showed slides demonstrating Bard's features, such as its ability to weigh the benefits and drawbacks of purchasing an electric vehicle or assisting with Northern California vacation planning. "Let's say you're in the market for a new car, one that's a good fit for your family," Raghavan said. Bard can help you think through the different angles, from budget to safety and more, and simplify and make sense of them. In November of 2022, OpenAI, a Microsoft-funded research startup, released their AI-powered chatbot called ChatGPT. The chatbot that can ace tests, compose original songs, and provide insightful answers to any questions quickly gained widespread attention online. The result was a surge in calls for Google to develop and distribute its chatbot. Microsoft has also stated that the improved ChatGPT technology will be included in the next version of its Bing search engine. Bing has long struggled to keep up with Google as the go-to search engine, but things should shift for the better once this integration is complete. Microsoft is launching a high-end chatbot that integrates with the Bing search results. This AI-powered chatbot can summarize web pages, compile information from various sources, write and translate emails, and more. An additional $2 billion in search advertising revenue is expected for every percentage point of market share that the company gains. On Wednesday, investors sold off a lot of Alphabet stock, Google's parent company, when the recently released AI chatbot Bard misinformed investors in a promotional video. The stock price fell nearly 8%, and the company lost $100 billion in market value. As a result, many are concerned that Alphabet's primary source of income, the search engine market, where Google currently dominates, could fall into Microsoft's hands. the stock price of Alphabet has decreased by 30% over the last year, including a 15% decline over the past 6 months. Despite a terrible fourth quarter in 2022, the stock price rose by 13% in the following year. As part of a new cost-cutting measure, 12,000 employees were recently let go by the company. Reuters' report of a mistake in Google ad hours before Bard's Paris debut caused the stock price to drop. When asked about the latest James Webb Space Telescope discoveries, the chatbot provided incorrect information, which a Twitter user noticed. Google released Bard in a retaliation to OpenAI's ChatGPT-3, a widely used language model that could threaten Google's search engine dominance. Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai recently announced that the company would release large language AI-powered models to serve as a champion to search. Bard is an experimental conversational AI service that runs on Google's LaMDA model, which was released in May 2021. The core technology is identical to that used in ChatGPT. OpenAI, the company that owns ChatGPT, received a multi-billion-dollar investment from Microsoft over a period of years beginning in January 2023. The AI-related announcements by Google can be read as a retort to Microsoft's action in the space. Bing 7.0, Microsoft's revamped search engine, was announced alongside ChatGPT's debut. The experts warned that popular chatbots like ChatGPT should not be trusted for up-to-date information. As Google recently laid off 12,000 employees across teams, hedge fund billionaire Christopher Han advised the CEO of Google and Alphabet, Sundar Pichai, to reduce the workforce even further by cutting around 150,000 jobs throughout the company. A letter from Han to Pichai, which was leaked on social media and quickly gained attention, stated that Alphabet's headcount has expanded beyond the operational requirements. Over the past 5 years, Alphabet has more than doubled its headcount, adding over 100,000 employees, with over 30,000 added in the first 9 months of 2022 alone. Fortune India could not verify the authenticity of the letter, though it's widely shared on social media as the opposition against Google's decision to reduce the workforce grows. Han praised Google's move to cut 12,000 jobs, but encouraged Pichai to take further action to reduce the overall headcount. The decision to cut 12,000 jobs is a positive step, but it doesn't even reverse the significant headcount growth from 2022. Ultimately, the management will need to do more, the letter stated. Han also suggested that the management take steps to reduce excessive employee compensation. He pointed out that at Alphabet in 2021, the median salary was close to $300,000 and the average salary was much higher. The competition for talent in the technology industry has decreased significantly, allowing Alphabet to significantly reduce compensation per employee. In particular, Alphabet should limit stock-based compensation given the current low share price, he added. Google recently laid off around 12,000 roles, making one of the largest headcount reductions in the past year. Over the past 2 years, we experienced periods of rapid growth. To match and sustain that growth, we hired for a different economic reality than the one we face today, Pichai said in a letter to employees last week. The laid-off Google employees took to social media to express their anger and frustration towards the company and the Google CEO. Breaking, this is the email Sundar Pichai, Google's CEO, sent to 12,000 employees who were laid off globally. To provide context, Pichai earned $2 million from Google in 2020, according to a filing. His salary and perks for 2023 are unknown, a user said. As the news of Google's massive layoff spread, disgruntled employees took to social media to express their disappointment. One user suggested that Google CEO Sundar Pichai take a pay cut and give up his bonus to save more jobs. Another pointed out that Pichai earned $2 million in 2020 and his current salary and benefits package is unknown. The layoffs at Google came just 2 days after Microsoft announced its layoff of 10,000 employees, or 5% of its workforce. The tech industry has seen a wave of job cuts, with Amazon laying off over 18,000 workers in January 2023, and Facebook cutting 11,000 jobs, or 13% of its workforce last year. Twitter, led by Elon Musk, also cut 50% of its workforce and is planning further cuts. This week, the excitement around artificial intelligence reached Microsoft and Alphabet, two companies investing heavily in the technology. Previously, traders favored smaller and more speculative companies instead of these giants. Microsoft stock saw a 4.2% increase on Tuesday after presenting how it incorporated OpenAI's popular ChatGPT technology into products such as its Bing search engine. However, analysts were cautious and noted that it could be challenging and expensive to change consumer behavior regarding search and browsing, as noted by Morgan Stanley. Until now, the speculation about AI in the US was mostly limited to Nvidia, which leads the market for chips used for complex computing needed for AI programs, along with less well-known software makers with AI in their names. On the other hand, Microsoft and Alphabet have lagged behind the Nasdaq 100 index. Meanwhile, Chinese tech companies like Baidu, Alibaba, and NetEase have announced plans to expand their AI capabilities, leading to gains in their shares. Despite Alphabet's recent setback, Bill Stone, the chief investment officer at Glenview Trust Co., says that it's too early to declare a winner in the race for generative AI and developing business models around it. There is obviously a worry that Alphabet will lose its edge in search, just because it's so dominant there and there's a lot of money in search, but it still has the tools to compete, he said. We own both Microsoft and Alphabet and think both can be leaders in the field. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing videos from us.